Hey guys, welcome to Even News, the John Wayne Body and Paint Shop checkup. Well, we went there earlier today and we're going to check up with them right now. Let's go check on them. Due to the flooding, do you have any tips for people to drive safely?
Sure. Anytime you see water that is on the roadway, it is not safe to pass. Please do not attempt to pass, drive through the water, or anything like that. If your car is submerged in water, whether it be in a parking lot or on the side of the road, do not start your car. Do not attempt to drive out of the water due to water levels coming high. There's a lot of electrical components underneath the seats, airbag components, that if these components get wet, you're probably going to have some further damage down the line.
What about driving without seatbelts?
It's against the law to drive
All right,
without your
well, we'll be
seatbelt.
back. We're joined here with Mr. Isaiah. What's important to drive safely on the roads due to the tropical storm?
Well, I honestly feel that it's safely. You have to drive safe at all times, regardless if the street is wet, if the sun is out, it's 100 degrees. But when it comes down to the weather, I honestly feel that people should drive slower. That they maybe should have like a reduced speed limit for a lot of vehicles that's on the road. Because a lot of times you see when it get flooded, you see a lot of vehicles just stuck in the middle of the road because the car killed, it can't start, a lot of stuff like that. So I mean, my honest opinion, I honestly feel like for smaller vehicles, if you don't really have to go anywhere, I think you should stay home, because a lot of smaller vehicles, if the water get high enough, it could affect the vehicle. But with a lot of trucks sitting high off the ground, it's a more of a smoother drive.
Important to buckle up.
Oh, because I mean that's just something that should be natural. I mean,
That saved your life.
yeah, it saved your life. I mean, if you don't have a seatbelt, anything could happen. These days when you drive, you're not driving just for you and the people in your car. You got to drive for the other people that's driving. So if they're not paying attention, you got to pay attention for them. So if anything happens, you get in an accident, you have your seatbelt on. I mean, a seatbelt could either save your life or end your life. So it all depends what you want to do.
All right, well, thank you, Mr. Isaiah. We'll be back.
Thank you.
Do you have any safety tips for people to drive safely on the road?
Yes, stay off your phone. Avoid texting and calling until you're stopped at a safe location to do so. Keep two hands on the wheel. Pay attention to your speed, how close you're following somebody. Give yourself enough braking distance. And if there's water or road hazards, avoid them. If there's any water on a road at all, do not pass on any floods at all. That's about it.
Why is it important to buckle up?
It is very important to buckle up. The vehicles are designed in order for when you get in a collision, the seatbelt holds you in the vehicle instead of ejecting you through the windshield, which keeps your chances of living a lot if you have your safety belt on.
All right, thank you. We'll be back. A real man welding. It looks like an SUV. Welding an SUV. What kind of vehicle is that?
One of our most highly trusted techs. One of our most highly trusted techs, Brady Lee from Carrico, Louisiana, is replacing the rear body panel on a Nissan Rogue. The liftgate and the rear body. He's re-welding the rear body on right now. He'll seam seal all the edges and
We'll be back
edge
with a
prime it
special guest.
and then trim it in, and it'll be ready to be reassembled.
Due to the tropical storm, how you have any tips for people to drive safely?
I'm sorry. Well, yeah. Well, first of all, fortunately we didn't receive a lot of the rain that we were anticipating to receive here in Acadiana, and it shifted a little bit further west. So we were very fortunate that people didn't have to drive through the high waters and flooding areas like a lot of other areas did. But one of the biggest things that people need to do is really pay attention to the amount of traffic, especially during the summer months, and the people on vacation and going places. And so we need to really pay attention to the travelers that are coming through our cities and through the Acadiana region to make sure that we're driving safe and paying attention and not being distracted by phones and text messages and things like that.
Why is it important to buckle up?
Buckle up is always important because it's your life. It saves lives more than it doesn't. And that's a very, very important thing for all age groups, making sure your child infants car seats are properly seat belted and secured in the rear of the vehicles, as well as your drivers and passengers in the front.
All right, well, thank you. We'll be back.
Thank you.
What is the foam power?
Well, the foam power is the newest, hot off the press technology on washing cars. It cuts down on materials and time, and it does an excellent job.
All right, well, due to the recent tropical storm Sydney, do you have any tips for people to drive safely?
Yes, I wish everyone would drive with their lights on all the time. Not just for the storm, all the time.
And why is it important to buckle up?
It's very important because it's your life and everyone else's life in the vehicle with you.
All right, well, thank you. We'll be back after the break.
Thank you.
All right, well, thank you for joining us today. And John Wayne's Body and Paint Shop wants you to remember to
Drive safe.
bye-bye.